March, so we're getting towards the time where we want to see what we have. Now, as you know, I planted these not too long ago. I planted these the same day, and I have some green in here, so some of my herbs are coming up. I don't need to water them, which is fantastic. I may add a little bit of water in there because it's not as foggy as I like. These need a little bit of water, just spritz those. But as you can see with my cucumbers here, I have one that's coming up here, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plants that are good, that are in the cardboard. So what I'm going to do today, because I don't want to leave those in those, because I want to cover this up with the plastic again, is move those. Now you see this yellow butterfly thing here. If you bring your plants inside, a lot of times gnats will come up from the soil. This will help catch those gnats so they're not flying around the house bugging you. They bug my wife, so that's why we have those. And to plant, what I'm going to use, I have some 1 liter soda bottles that I had that I cut. These particular bottles I cut, I can't bring to the supermarket for the refund. Now, for a lot of people that don't know, not all states have the bottle refund or the bottle return. So typically we would recycle these. So I'm not going to recycle these, so I'm going to put a little bit of soil in there. And I have my bucket of soil, which is nice and rich. I put in a little bit, not too much. And as you can tell, I plan on getting messy. I'm wearing tattered clothes today, and that's why. You don't want to get too messy. So I just grabbed the paper towel dispenser and I move it into here. And I break it a little bit. This way the roots can grow. If you're able to get it out, which I was able to do, you can do that as well. And I just throw it in off to the side. I get some soil. And I put a little around it. I put a little too much in. That's fine. That's fine. And I use my fingers to spread it around. Now what I will do is I always add a little bit of water. And that's fine. And now I put a little too much soil in there. Usually I want it right about here. This way I can put saran wrap on the top so I can have the same effect that I had with the plastic cover. Now with these, I'm just going to keep spritzing so the soil doesn't get too dried out. Right now it looks a little dry because it was in the sun. That's fine. When I bring it in, I'm going to add some water. And I use the spray bottle. If you see me my videos from last year, I have a spray bottle that I use, and I get the soil nice and damp. You could use a gallon jug like I did, or a pitcher, but I like the spray bottle because it's nice and direct, and I get it on there. But this time of year, as you can tell, everything's getting ready. As we get closer to planting, usually I aim to plant mid to late April. As we get closer to that, I have some raised beds that I use, and I'm going to do a few things different this year. I have to get some new pots, but typically I like to have them in pots, and I'm going to go over that when I get ready to plant, because there's different types of soil. Some areas of the country or state, if you live in a state or wherever you live, the soil could be really acidic, could have bad effects on some plants, some vegetables. So a lot of people will put lime down to eliminate that acidicness within the soil. Not all plants respond well to lime, so I go with the raised beds. So because I do have acidic soil, If I do have to put lime down, I'm not ruining my plants. But I typically use planters for a number of reasons. One, rodent control. Gophers, chipmunks, stuff, less likely they're going to go in a planter. Birds, I don't worry too much about. We have an owl. The owl will take care of the birds. Owl's not worried about my plants. But I have some herbs in here. I planted a couple different types of basil and some cilantro. I see some buds going in there. I would take the cover off, but I don't want to. But as you can tell by this and this, we're off to a good start. And then what I'm going to do is I take these cucumber plants out. I'm going to put some peppers in. I got some new plants, peppers and tomatoes. I thought I had tomatoes, but apparently I didn't. And more basil and oregano. The great thing is if they have some home grow lights. You get them at Kohl's, Macy's, Target, Walmart, and you could grow inside year round, especially with herbs, which is fantastic. Vegetables are a little difficult to do, but I'll get into that in a later video. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, you can put them in down below. I'll try to answer them. I'm trying to figure out how to do that hammock challenge with the hammock and the gardening. I can't do it right now, but once the weather warms up, I will do it. I will pull it off. If anyone can do it, it is me. I don't know why I'm pointing over here. And of course, please share with friends and family, especially if they live in a large city, as I fiddle with this. Because a lot of the things that I'm showing here, a lot of people don't have access to a Home Depot, a Lowe's, or a hardware store because they live in a city. Planting and things like that. Pots cost money, but if you buy soda or water, it always comes in a plastic bottle. You can make your own pot. You could use a tomato can, whatever. There are ways to plant and have fresh fruit and vegetables, which is fantastic. And my little buddy's not here again today. He's manning the camera. And as he will say,
Au revoir.
Auf Wiedersehen.